Welcome to another episode of the Gatekeepers. I'm Knives Monroe, and with me, as always, is Kamerin, Stroud, and Mr. David Lugowski. Fellas, how you doing?
What up?
I'm here.
We are here
Wow.
a little late, but we are here nevertheless. And
right.
today, we're talking about the validity of mobile photo, iPhone, Android, Google Pixel, whatever. Your phone. Is it valid professionally? Is it valid online? Taking photos and taking professional videos. I will say I purchased. What was the name of the app?
Visco.
Filmic Pro, which was for video, so you can
Filmic.
shoot anamorphic video on the iPhone. This was back in the day. I bought it once for like $7, and I still, whatever upgrade it has now, I can still use it. And I sincerely thought I was going to make a movie on an iPhone, but I never did. I still want to get it out of my system just to do it. It's novel now at this point, but in 2014, I just wanted to make a movie. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I never got to, and I kind of regret it. So I'm of the opinion when it comes to video that if clients didn't see what you were using, they wouldn't know that you were using a phone. If you know how to use the phone. That's what I think.
Did you ever see the movie Tangerine?
I love that movie. Absolutely.
Oh, cool. So you're aware it was shot entirely on like an iPhone 6 or something.
It was an iPhone 5, directed by
That's
Sean
what it
Baker.
was.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it was. Now, when it comes to online, I think my personal opinion is that mobile photo video should absolutely be something that is acceptable. It is. It's just, especially if all you're doing is just, how do I put this? If you're just uploading stuff online, then it absolutely should still be acceptable. But if, you're going to do photo or video professionally, you better have one hell of a good reason to use your iPhone at that point. And if you're using Android or Google, I know Google Pixel cameras, they aren't terrible. However, I do know that Android constantly looks like it's shot on a fucking Rolodex.
Android, for some reason, why does it look so bad?
I think what it is, I think I read this or I heard this on TikTok one time, and I don't know if it's true or not, but when Android uses apps to take photos, what it actually is doing is taking a screenshot instead of actually taking a photo with the camera, and that's why it looks like that. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true.
Dude, why the shit would they have that technology?
Because apps are mostly made for iPhones.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Cameron, you got to tell me, man, is it I mean, I know you would never show up on a professional shoot that you're getting paid for with an iPhone or an Android phone, for that matter. But when it comes to, I mean, what do you think? When it comes to the quality, is it valid or not?
Not for me. Not for me. And maybe this might be a personal thing or anything like that, but you can't convince me that the thing that I said I wasn't going to pick up, this fucking thing right here equals what my setup is. I can't do that. Sorry, that's just not for me.
So, Kim, do you remember like the DSLR scene in like 2008, 2010?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what was like the camera that was hot at the time for video? Like the DSLR that was hot for video?
What year again?
Say between 2008, 2010.
2010. Honestly, it had to have been. But you know what? I think around that time, he who shall not be named was showing us that the what is it? The 1DX Mark II was great for video. So
I don't know when the 1DX Mark II came out, but we'll accept it. Another answer I would have accepted is the Canon T2i. Remember?
Around that time, you said between 2008 and 2010. I was still in high school. I wasn't worried.
You were in high school. Yeah.
I was high school. being a fool.
The
at that time.
first rendition of the 1DX by Canon was released in March of 2012.
I was 2 years
Okay,
off.
so 2 years later, so that's not bad. Which would have been.
I was going to say the
killer.
Nikon D series for a lot of people in high school.
So I'm obviously showing my age right here, but it was the Canon 5D Mark II and the Canon T2i and the 7D. Those
I
were
knew it was a
the
Canon.
yeah, it was Canon, and so they shot 8-bit, 1080p, 720p at 60 frames a second. You're getting 25 frames, 24 frames a second. They shot an episode of House, which is, once again, I'm showing my age, the television show House.
Yeah, House is a
I
good
remember
show.
House.
Hold on.
House is
a
good,
good
though.
show.
House is good.
They shot,
if you're
they shot
listening,
an
if-
episode. I think it was like a season finale. They shot it on a Canon 5D Mark II. So
You know
I
what?
say
Hold
this
on. The
because
Matrix. The Matrix was shot on DSLRs also.
they had,
Get the
that's
fuck
true.
out of here. The Matrix was shot on a
So
DSLR.
do you? So
Tell
do you?
him.
Not the
Tell
entire movie. Not the entire movie. I can't even say if it was the entire
bullet
movie,
time.
But
The bullet time.
The bullet time. Exactly. Where he does that thing where
Really?
it goes around in circles. Yeah, they built
It's like
the whole rig.
120 DSLRs. They're photos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they,
that's right.
yeah. Well, no, it was actually video. They actually did video for that. It's just they took the photo concept of it, the idea of a photo,
That's fascinating.
and turned it into
Wow.
a video.
I
And they
did
just
not
used the
realize
same
that. I
process.
didn't realize that was done with DSLRs. Wow, I honestly thought that was all computer generated for that moment. Wow, wow.
Oh,
Holy shit.
yeah, that was the only thing that was really like CGI was the bullets flying by, but
Obviously,
them
yeah.
actually in the air, falling down and fighting, that shit was all real.
That's so
That's-
cool. Wow,
That's absolutely right.
That's
So
insane.
I say the reason why I bring this up is because that was good enough in 1999, The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
In 2010, they were able to shoot an episode of House on the Canon 5D Mark II. The iPhones nowadays are superior visually than the Canon 5D 12 years ago, or the 7D, or the T2i. The most recent iPhone, the image quality is superior. It shoots 10-bit ProRes, Apple ProRes.
That's
that's
if you have
in-
the 13 Pro. 13
That's
Pro
if you
and
do,
13
which
Pro
guess
Max.
what? In 2-3 years, that's going to be default.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to have that shit. So I think like the video quality is quote unquote good enough for client work, but you'll be laughed out the fucking building if you show up with an iPhone. But for the results, I think your average person will not be able to see the difference between a Canon EOS R and an iPhone.
No, and
I
100%,
believe
I agree.
I
with you
disagree.
on that.
Disagree.
I'm not talking about photos. I'm talking about video. I'm not talking about photos.
I know. I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree in only one aspect. It depends on the lens you're using. Because if I show up, with my 50 millimeter f1.2 to a shoot, and I shoot entirely in 2.0, right. If I compare that with my iPhone and shoot the same exact thing, bro, my iPhone's not going to get that shallow depth of field like my camera's
What
going
I'm
to.
saying is your average person will hardly be able to tell the difference. Which, by the way, the iPhone nowadays shoots at 1.4. That's as fast as it goes.
Yeah, but
That's
it
pretty
doesn't. But
fucking
it doesn't.
sharp.
But it doesn't get that depth of field when you're shooting with video. You have to They have to digitally add that in with portrait mode. But I don't know. I feel like you're not giving your average person enough credit here. I don't think they're stupid or blind. They might be able to tell the difference, especially.
I'm going to
if,
go
like,
on record and say your average person is a fucking moron.
He said it, not me.
Alrighty.
Your average
Okay.
person when it
Alrighty.
comes to it's like your average person when it comes to audio fidelity. There are those snobs
Yeah.
that are like, "Oh, I can tell the difference between vinyl and Spotify." There are people
Yeah.
that can tell the difference. Your average person doesn't even fucking care. They don't have the ear for it, right? It's the same thing with the eyes. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you'd be surprised how many ads, like if you're walking down an outlet store or the mall, how many ads and these photos that are popped up that are promoting X, Y, and Z brand, Hot Topic or whatever. Obviously, showing
Yeah.
my age. I don't know. I don't go to the mall. You'd be surprised how many of those photos are taken on iPhones. Billboards that are like being promoted on Times Square, taken on iPhones. Album art created by Drake were used by emojis. You know what I mean? Like, I think we finally reached an equilibrium where your average smartphone is almost discernible from what people are used to. Like the human eye can only can only take in so much. I think after like 4K, the human eye can't tell the difference between 4K and say 8K and 12K
Oh, no.
and so on.
I
the
agree
human
with that. I
eye can
agree
only
with
take
that,
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah, there is only so much that it can take in. I don't know. I just feel
I do want to
like,
say that I'm playing devil's advocate because we don't have a podcast if the three of us agree. You know?
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Just don't like no. Like I won't.
You know
like
what?
if I go out shooting and somebody brings an iPhone and that's all they got, cool. That's all you got. But if I have to choose between leaving my iPhone home and taking my camera, iPhone home stays.
I don't
Kobe.
know. I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there is something really interesting, as you know, since I mostly do street photography, which reminds me, I have to get out and take some street photos soon. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, but here's what I'm gonna get at. If I had it only to choose one, either my iPhone to take photos on or my camera to take photos on when I went out into the city, I think depending on the day, I might actually pick the iPhone over the camera.
There is not any day
Only
or
only
time.
reason only
like,
reason only reason is because I feel like that could be a real challenge, you know.
There's not any day or time or universe that I would choose an iPhone. Like you could literally
Cam's
tell me.
like that's cool. Fuck that noise, but that's cool.
Like you could literally say to me, "Hey, if you don't take your iPhone out and shoot with it, the planet's going to explode." Bye, everybody. We can try this again.
And you're just like, so you're telling me I'm getting my last shoot of my life in today?
Have either of you guys? I don't know what the current update is, but are you guys Gear Matters folk or Gear Doesn't Matter folk?
You're really going to ask me that?
I'm going to ask both y'all that.
You really going to
For
ask
the record.
me?
On
Okay.
wax. I want to ask you on the record.
This is the record. Okay, I'm going to go first. I feel like it is very, 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 very important to discern what is this gear being used for. If you are making films and you're trying to, do something artistic, not
Let's flatten the
necessarily
curve.
marketable.
Let's say make money.
You're trying to make money. Gear matters. Yeah, gear matters. You're trying to make money. Gear matters. You need to present. You need to like. There's a certain quality that people look for when you're trying to make money. That's what it comes down to. And your prices better
in terms
show
of
that quality.
The end product, or quality in terms of like what you show up with on the day.
Quality
Obviously both,
in
but
the end product. I would not encourage anyone to show up, with I'm gonna get
With
so
an
much flack
iPhone.
for this. No. I
With a
would.
cell phone.
No.
I wouldn't
no.
encourage
Hold on.
anybody
I
to
would.
show up
I
to
would.
a pro
No,
shoot
with an iPhone,
with a fucking iPhone or a
No, hold on.
Samsung or
I'm
a
answering
Google
this question.
or a
Excuse
Maple.
me, good sir. Excuse me, sir. This is a Wendy's. I'm answering this question. I would encourage people to use iPhone or Google Pixel. I would not encourage it for Android because, as I've said, there are billboards in New York City at this moment that the images were shot with an iPhone or with a Google Pixel.
Yeah. And there's pictures on billboards that are overexposed that people.
That is true. That is true.
accepted.
That is
Okay?
true. But if you're trying to make money, I guarantee you, if you show up with a Samsung phone and someone else shows up with an iPhone, if the person who's trying to give you this job really cares about optics and how people look and how people present themselves, I guarantee you they're going to pick the motherfucker with an iPhone.
And I will be there to tell them,
represents.
send them both back home and get their actual damn cameras.
I'm just saying.
I've been on a shoot before. And I had my camera, and another person had his iPhone, and the dude that we were shooting literally looks at dude, "Where's your actual goddamn camera? Why you got a phone in your hand?"
Damn.
And then shunned him out the way and went back to do what he was doing. Like, I'm not saying that phones these days have not gotten better at what they're capable of doing, but I will never fucking use. I can't justify it.
And guess what? Whoop-de fucking do for you, Cam. We
I
ain't
can't
talking about
justify it.
just you. We're talking about other people.
In my goddamn opinion, put your damn phone away and go get a goddamn camera.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, or maybe you guys don't know, and I might have to Google it later, but I think ProPhoto, the company, has a flash that can be triggered by your iPhone's shutter. Oh, shit. And I'm not going to lie, like, if you can, because we all know this, if you take an iPhone and you light something properly, you can make something look pretty good on an iPhone. You can. You got to light it properly, though.
Of course.
Essentially, all that I'm getting to here, the most
the same thing with
important gear that
cameras.
the most
It's the same thing
important
with
piece of
mirrorless
gear you could
cameras.
have is lighting. That's what the most important piece of gear is. That's what I'll say. Your lighting.
If a motherfucker showed up and he had a teleprompter,
Cam
he
is going
had-
to explode.
he had a 3-point lighting kit, he had a Ronin, he had a terrific audio setup. I know the audio is going to be taken care of, and for the video, he had a phone. I wouldn't have any problem with it.
I'd punch him in his goddamn throat.
That's some Philly shit right there.
It is.
I'm
and
sorry,
you know what?
nah. Fuck the bullshit. You show with a 3-point light kid shit, a good audio set, a fucking Ronin, and then you pull out your damn phone. I'm feeling like I'm being pranked.
You're like, where is Ashton Kutcher? Where's the trucker hat? What the hell?
And like,
What the fuck is
if you don't come out and say, yeah, this is a prank, I'm already ready to go. I'm punch you in your throat.
Cam. Buddy. Borowski. Breathe. You are heated. You are heated
He's
over
hot.
this. Oh,
He got hot. Cam got hot right there.
Did someone hurt you over this topic before? My God, you were so
Like,
invested.
bro, like when it comes to anybody that says gear doesn't matter, like you're fucking stupid.
I agree.
It's fucking
or you're poor.
stupid.
And I know that's
not.
No,
I know it's a
no.
shitty thing to
I
say.
like it's not even about being poor or anything. Cause like my thing is like your gear matters.
Dude, not everybody
okay?
can buy an EOS R.
Yes,
not everybody
you're right.
can.
You're right, because there was a
Not
point in
everybody can
time
get the
when
50 millimeter 1.2.
There was a point in time when I wasn't able to afford the equipment that I
I shouldn't have
had.
said poor. I felt that's a dirty word. I meant broke. That's what I meant.
That's fine.
Oh,
Also.
no. Back up. Poor. Broke is a state of mind. Poor is when you
If
don't
you're
have
poor,
money.
if you're poor, you probably can't buy a phone either and pay for like a monthly.
Nope, that's not
service.
true. That's not true. That's not
hold
true.
on.
Because
I know. I
that's
see
not
homeless
true.
with the phones all the time. I know.
Exactly. I don't know how. But back to what I'm saying is like, you know, if you say like because this is how I blew up on fucking TikTok where somebody said something about your gear doesn't matter, and he had an A7 III with a 35 fucking millimeter Sigma lens. And he was fronting like gear doesn't fucking matter. So I'm like, yo, bro, look what your setup is. You can't say
hold
gear
on.
doesn't matter to people.
Let Cam,
It's like
Cam
the
get his
more-
shit off. Let Cam get his shit
The
off.
more you scale up in this bit, the more you scale up, the more gears really starts to matter. Okay, because your needs change and whatnot. Now, in an artistic view, you can argue gear doesn't matter because you can use lower end stuff to get whatever you want because you're being artistic. But as you said, when you're doing this as a business and you're trying to grow as a business, your gear is going to grow with you.
That's right. I agree with you.
An iPhone ain't it.
I agree with you.
I want to just like I want to back
So
up real
mad.
quick. I do want to step back.
Wait,
for a
no,
second.
hold on. One last thing.
oh,
One last fucking thing. Because y'all talking about the iPhone 13 Pro, they cost the same as a damn camera now these days.
Dude. And they do more. And they do way more than a camera.
I wish to remind
can
the
edit
audience
photos
that
on
I
a
was
camera.
supposed to answer a question. I was supposed to answer a question. Cam had a few moments, a lot of moments. But let's get back to the regularly scheduled program here of David giving his motherfucking answer. Cam, do you feel better or do I need to wait longer?
No, I don't feel better. I'm gonna let you answer your goddamn question. I'm gonna let you answer the damn question.
All right,
and
hold on.
whatnot,
Okay.
But
So, does gear matter? Okay, number one, the people who say gear doesn't matter are two people.
They're fucking stupid.
Really rich people or people who don't have the money to buy the shit. Can we agree there? It's usually people who have the shit and people who can't afford the shit are the ones who say gear doesn't matter. Can we
No,
agree?
I can't agree on that because there was times where I didn't have the money to afford the equipment that I have. Even now, I ain't got the money to do it. But I always knew that this is better. But this is better than that, and this is going to help me get to where I want to do when I get to that point. So for me, gear has always mattered. But that's never mind.
Okay, Cam, that's you.
Gear
We're
matters. Gear matters, but talent, experience matters more.
Yeah.
If you were to
Obviously.
take away all of our cameras, between the three of us, someone's going to make the better video. Someone's going to take the better photos. Someone's going to do the better business.
That's not
You
me.
take the tools away and you give us all the same fucking tools. Someone's going to fucking be better at something.
You know
right?
what would be really annoying if
What's that?
everyone ended up in that scenario, if everyone's weakness is what they excelled at in that scenario. That would be hilarious.
And
All
it
of a
just goes
sudden-
to show that maybe some people don't deserve the Sony A7S III.
That's true. That's true. Well, now we're all
I
sad.
used to say that gear doesn't matter. I used to say that. And what I meant by that was what I was trying to say was the iPhone is now a valid tool to use. You can subtitle. This is before like TikTok had internal subtitles or whatever. But in 2015, like you could shoot 4K. You could edit your videos. You could stitch videos together. So it was like kind of, now there's like Adobe Rush, which I know you use sometimes.
Yeah.
There's Adobe Photoshop. There's Lightroom. It's a fucking computer that has more processing power. We have more processing power in our pockets
Yep.
than NASA did when we went to the moon in the 60s.
That's true. That is true.
That's fucking insane. Like, this
and we're
technology is
watching fucking
amazing.
videos on TikTok.
And so if you're a kid that's like, man, I'll never be he who shall not be named. I'll never have the 1DX Mark II. I'll never be that good. I'll never go viral. I can't make a successful YouTube channel. Bro, if you have a phone, you have a shot. A better shot than if you didn't have
Yep.
a phone. You don't
Agreed.
need the GH6, the Sony A7S III to go viral. And what's weird is, like, I think I'd have 10,000 followers if I never used my big cameras, as I call them, to make my TikToks. If I just stuck with my phone, I think I would have had 10,000 followers already. But because I'm a quality whore, and I like my, I make the TikToks I want to see. Like I like the way Blame Anthony does it. This is the way I like to see him. I think I get docked because of that. I think people find me not authentic because of that. So I pay a price because I think gear fucking matters. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. I don't have anything else to say on the topic. I don't.
I think we've exhausted the topic. I want to.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything to say because no one let me answer.
No.
I'm joking.
Hey,
joking.
it's rare when
yeah.
it's rare when Cam gets to fucking go off and like get his
I
shit
know,
in. Like,
right?
I love it.
It's always
I
so
love it.
refreshing. It's always so refreshing. Thanks, Cam. That was very fun.
That was excellent.
Glad y'all had fun.
I want to thank Mr. Kamerin Stroud, Mr. David Lugowski. Fellas, where can they find you guys on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at the David Lugowski, no spaces, all lowercase, and here on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify, just on YouTube, at just David space Lugowski.
Mr. Kamerin Stroud, street photographer 0?
Right now,
me out here.
my name on TikTok is What's Up Cam 0, but at this point, I'm considering switching it to Gear Fucking Matters. You better believe it. 2.0.
Could you imagine Gear Fucking Matters? That'd be a great brand.
Gear fucking Matt. That is a good brand. I can see the T-shirt already. Just Cam's
You
face.
know what?
Fuck yourself.
Y'all just gave me a great fucking idea.
You're
You
welcome.
better fucking run with it. Run with
Gonna
it.
make me a fucking shirt. Gonna make me a shirt.
Do it. Do it. And just put put one of those big circles with a line through it over the Nikon logo.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna beat you to it, Cam. Let's do a race. See who can make the Gear Fucking Matters shirt faster.
Ooh.
Oh shit, he's got a
Have
head
fun,
start.
Oh no, he's already out.
Oh, he's getting
he's
started.
getting to work. He's getting to
I
work.
have an iPad. I can do this one. So
Your
I'll do
fucking
that later.
matters. He's using the iPad.
No, but to be honest, you can find me at what is it, Images by Cam on IG. About to actually start posting pretty soon, and you can also find me at What's Up Cam 0 because the bitch that has What's Up Cam won't give it to me. So
What a cunt. You can find me at Knives Monroe on all the things and at Indie Darlings on all the things. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate
just
you.
got
Like,
one thing
comment,
I-
and subscribe.
to-
And Cam, take it away.
to all you beautiful people out there, just keep this in mind that if you come to me ever and saying you have an iPhone and you're the greatest photographer out there, I will throw you off the nearest bridge. Okay, there we go. I ended my statement. You have a lovely day, everybody.
Word. Or as the way I would like to put it, usually to people who say that to me in public when they're homeless and need help. Okay.
Golly. Man, you guys woke up and just fucking chose violence today, especially Cam.
I
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
fucking do a thing. I didn't do nothing.
We're calling people pores.
You did that.
Where that's me. You're walking over homeless people. Cam's
I
throwing
wasn't
motherfuckers
walking
off bridges.
over homeless people. I'm just saying homeless people need help. Like that's not a crazy thing to say. I don't think. I think that's pretty much. Yes, they need help, and we should be doing something to help them, motherfuckers.
I shouldn't be doing shit.
Excellent podcast. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.